Hello guys, and today I bring you something truly fun, fascinating, cool, exciting, revolutionary even. Today I bring you the 2x1 tileable button input. So it's tileable because both buttons here, let me just throw some redstone in there. I was totally prepared for this. But each button here delivers its own signal. It is tileable, which means you can put one right next to each other. So you can do that, throw that there, throw down a comparator here, block above that, 2 repeaters, bam bam, and of course throw your little block in there for the comparator update, and you can throw the buttons on front, and it is completely tileable, which means that you can take this and expand it infinitely, so you can have an infinite amount of buttons for whatever you want to use them for. For example, each one of these buttons controls its own little line of redstone. That, there, you can see there. So this is infinitely expandable upwards until you hit the block limit, of course, which is 256 blocks high from bedrock. So if you want to build this 256 blocks up, you're going to have to dig down to bedrock and then build it up that way. You also need, depending on how wide it is, well, it's actually pretty resource friendly if you have like an iron farm. It does use hoppers, so there's that. And now how to build it. It's really simple. All you have to do is that, have the 2 blocks there for your input. You don't even need 2 blocks, you can just use 1 block if you want, which would sort of defeat the purpose, but you know. There, bam, comparator here. This hopper needs to be feeding into this dropper here, so when you push the button, it doesn't give off a lengthy one, it's just a pulse. And then you want to throw this up there, and 2 repeaters on top. The repeaters are important because if you put redstone dust on top of this hopper, it will lock it, and that will not be good. Of course, it'll only lock it for a moment, but you want it to be completely tileable and not to interfere with one another. And you can continue this by doing that and throwing a repeater on the ground and stuff like that. This block will be powered, so you can do a repeater block like that, so you'll have sort of a checkerboard pattern like this if you want to continue it at the most resource-friendly way possible. Of course, if you don't have anything next to it, you can of course just use redstone. I've said of course like 3 times in this past thing, but as you can see, it will continually power in a straight line. So you could probably use this if you want a giant board in your base or something like that. So you want to control everything in your base from one area. This would be a way to do it. And I was originally designing this to be a combo lock, but I realized I couldn't keep the tileable aspect for the logic mechanism, which would actually lock the gates and everything. So unfortunately, we do not see that out of this design, but it is still pretty useful. I found it very exciting to build, fun, even fun in fact, but yeah, I was originally planning on doing something like, not you, but something along the lines of this to power all the different doors. Of course there needs to be a block above this one, but the comparators are there, so that sort of stops the tileable aspect of it if you do this method right here, unless of course you pull everything out one more. But that's beyond the point. It's pretty much this, but tileable. Well, it is this, and it's tileable. That is the design here. This is it. 1 wide. Very cool, fun, exciting. Yay, I did it. Woohoo. It took a bit to design, but it's really simple actually. Any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and all that. Pretty short video. This over here really isn't anything. It's more of a lag machine than anything else. If I just throw this minecart, if I just set this minecart rolling and stuff, it'll power the rails, which will power these pistons, which powers this redstone and the lamps as well, which hits note blocks. Sound isn't up, but if it was, you'd be hearing something like this. Lag machine. Anyway guys, I will see you next time. Hope you enjoyed. If you want more redstone things or have any suggestions for this design specifically to make it tileable and a combo lock, leave them in the comments. Anyway guys, I will see you next time. Hope you enjoyed. As always, stay classy.